Hi, ladies. It's Mary Joan Brinton here with the First Time Mom program, and I'm bringing you some more information that I hope will be helpful in understanding a very misunderstood symptom of postpartum depression. So, when we think about postpartum depression, we often think of classic depression symptoms such as having low energy, feeling very sad, feeling just not equipped to handle life, feeling weepy, and perhaps like not having much joy in life. So, those are pretty common symptoms of postpartum depression or any type of depression for that matter. However, I have lots of women that I've worked with who've experienced a surprising and shocking symptom that they didn't understand, and that is anger, intense anger, or perhaps even rage. And these are typically people who wouldn't have described themselves as super angry, rage filled people prior to having their baby. However, it is a common symptom of postpartum depression that can show up. And it can be really shocking and horrifying for both the woman who's experiencing it and also for her partner, especially because it's often so not typical to her presentation. So, and because it doesn't look like typical depression, it, it's misunderstood, and it's very confusing for the people who are experiencing it firsthand. And sadly, many of these women sort of think, well, I guess I've become a mom now and I've just become a bitch. And that is so not true and so not fair. Partners may be thinking that same thing too, because this sort of came out of nowhere. And again, it doesn't look like typical postpartum depression. So it is really commonly misunderstood. However, if this symptom is showing up, and that's exactly what it is, it's a symptom. It's not a definition of who you are now as a mom, it's a symptom. And it requires assessment because it could be an undiagnosed postpartum depression. And the great news is that there are good treatments available to help alleviate and eliminate this symptom, because that's exactly what it is. So if you're feeling intense anger or rage, I want you to hear me say it is a symptom. And women will describe it like, I just want to rip my husband's face off. The way he chews makes me so mad. When I hear him walk in the door, I just get filled with rage. So it's this very unusual kind of experience of anger and rage. It's often not presented towards the baby. However, it could be. Most often, the partners take the brunt of it. But as I said, it requires intervention. So if you're experiencing this, first off, I want you to know you're not alone. And I want you also to know this is not your fault. You didn't do anything to make this happen, and you're not to blame. You have a medical condition, possibly called postpartum depression, that is wreaking havoc on your life and your ability to enjoy this time the way you had expected. And the good news is that good treatment is available and can get this taken care of. But the first step is to speak to your doctor or speak to a therapist like myself. But you need to speak to somebody